Hi guys, Melissa Johnson Haight here, independent Scentsy consultant, back with you again today for my empties video. For the month of December, I have several things like lots of Scentsy, just a couple vendor, and then a few beauty items that I usually save until the end just in case people are interested. But this is everything I've got through in the month of December. And I do other videos like Scentbird and Ipsy. So I just like to share those things just in case you watch those videos and you're interested. Just so you can see how those products worked for me. So we'll get into it, but I meant to do this on the 30th, and then I was just going through some like kidney stone kind of things and was just like not feeling up to it. So then I was like, well, I'll just do it on the 31st. And then we had some issues go on with Gingy. And because I've brought these little stray mom and kittens and a maybe 6-month-old kitten that's been out there forever, and he adopted our porch. And I don't have the money to take him to the vet and get him tested and fixed and all that stuff. And so I just kind of went with it. And then Gingy came down with this thing where he was gagging and snot came out of his mouth and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, he does that, not the gagging thing, but he just like the boogers out of his nose kind of thing sometimes. But this was way different. So we ended up going to a vet. We went to, none of our local vets were available, so we had to go to Erie. That's like an hour and 20 minutes. We got there and sat in the parking lot. Well, everything was going on. It's an emergency 24-hour place. And we literally didn't get home until midnight on New Year's Eve. So yeah, so here I am, tired, and you get all natural me. No curling my hair because I'm tired. But I still wanted to get this out so that you had an idea of how I feel about some of the things I've gotten through. So bear with me in my all naturalness. But the first thing that we'll talk about is I made it through, because I had partial bags. I keep one upstairs, one downstairs. And I got through actually 2 of these, but I ended up putting the hot wax in the other bag. So I've actually gone through 2 of these cotton balls. They're just the jumbo equate from Walmart. They're okay. I prefer the mega, but it's fine. They work. And then I've got a bunch of wax bars. I made it through a couple pods. So in my car, I've had going 1 cinnamon bear, and then the other one I put in my car. They last. These are the best pods I've ever used. I started using these in October, and I'm still using the second one in my car, and it's been over a month. They last and they last and they last, and they smell amazing in my car. And that's one of the few very well performing ones in my car. I usually struggle with pods in my car, so obsessed with cinnamon bear. My son also enjoys doing these up in his room, cinnamon bear. So highly recommend cinnamon bear pods. And then snow-kissed cranberry. Like these ones, like you almost can't even smell them. Snow-kissed cranberry. I mean, they were from clearance. Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back. These are Bright Cider Life. I put in Snow-kissed cranberry. The Snow-kissed cranberry are okay, and I think it's because they were in clearance. They're not the best. They were really good for maybe a week tops. I'm probably going to end up taking those out and replacing it with something else. But Bright Cider Life that's in here, love these. I don't really get a lot of time. I mean, that's just a back entryway to my kitchen, so it's very small. This is so good. It was probably, this I did probably 2-3 weeks. But then they just keep getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and you can't smell them. So then I put in the Snow-Kissed Cranberry, and yeah, and Snow-Kissed Cranberry is an amazing wax bar. I just don't always have good luck with pods, but Cinnamon Bear and so far, Cinnamon Bear, Vanilla Mint, which is no longer available, and Aloe, Water, and Cucumber are the best ones, the best. And then I had a 3D scent circle of swirling snowflakes. First of all, I love the design of of the 3D scent circles. I don't love swirling snowflakes wax. There's a note in it that almost comes off like a musty basement to me. I mean, I get the like vanilla mint, but then I also get, and I don't mean like vanilla mint wax bar, I mean like a vanilla mixed with a mint for a creamy vanilla. Now in the 3D scent circle, it's very nice because it's almost slightly salty. It's so pretty. And when Dale went to the drive-thru and put his window down, someone's like, whatever you have in there, it's so nice. And he's like, my wife sells Scentsy. It's a Scentsy scent circle. And it's just such a cute design. I really do love it. And this lasted and lasted and lasted. I literally just took it out, and it was probably in there several weeks. It's the best smelling scent circle I've ever used. It was nice and strong. I'd say probably 2 weeks. It was so good. And you get whiffs of it. And then, and Cinnamon Bear in there too. When this got lighter and I had a hard time smelling it, but like all the time, really fragrant, but I still kept it in there because I really love the design, and the little bit of mint didn't bother me with the Cinnamon Bear. Love. And then I melted the Mango Margarita scent cup from the December Whiff box. I really did love this, but it very much reminds me of Pineapple Mango. I mean, maybe it's slightly more mango than Pineapple Mango, but it's very reminiscent. So if you like Pineapple Mango from last year's new releases, you'll really like Mango Margarita. And for anyone that listened to the end of the month live with Dan Orchard, I guess they're coming out with another Scentspirations collection, February maybe. And Go-Go Mango is the featured scent for that, so Mango Margarita will be one of those too. And then I made it through a couple bulbs. Replaced, I'm trying to think offhand which warmer this was. Might be my Nativity one. No. This I know was my from last year. The one with the mousse on it. Can't remember the name of the actual warmer, but it's white on white ceramic, and it's got the mousse. Starry Frontier, I think, is the name of it. So I replaced the light bulb in that one. I'm trying to think what the 20-watt one was. Oh, it's an etched core Gold. So my son, when my daughter came home for Christmas and stuff, he was gonna put a wax warmer, first time for him, in his room on an end table, and tried that because I mean, wax does seem to do better than the wall fan diffusers. They're just not as strong. So he was like, let's do that. So I gave him the gold edge core warmer, and I didn't even realize that was a 20-watt bulb. And it's like one of the best performing warmers ever, and here it's a 20-watt bulb. Go figure. But it's ceramic, or you know, porcelain ceramic. So got through those. Then I finished up a Mahalo coconut sugar scrub. Love this. I love Scentsy sugar scrub so much. And it's just such a pretty soft scent. It leaves your skin, especially in the winter months, feeling soft and smooth. Ladies, you get a great shave. It's like one of the closest shaves I get using this stuff. Although sometimes the little beads, the salt or sugar crystals get stuck in the razor and it kind of hurts when you drag it. But it's still overall really good. And then made it through, because I usually have 3-4 of these going at once just because I like variety. I don't feel like using a whole entire one. Usually, jammy time I would. But I like to have variety because I get bored. So finished up the Vanilla Waves in the body wash. It's in yellow writing on white. That's terrible. I don't know if I can read it. Sea salt, sticky caramel, and whipped vanilla. Whew, that was hard. And then we used shimmer. Shimmer is cherry, apricot, white musk, and spun sugar. This was lovely. I kind of wish it was around all the time because I really do love it in the body wash. But I don't know why they discontinued them. And then jammy time. Oh, I'm obsessed. It's freesia, lavender, and sweet pea. I love this so much. Words cannot express how much I love this. And because they came out with the body cream and I don't know how long until they get rid of it, I just keep buying body cream and body wash in jammy time because I can't get enough of it. We finished up a Snow Kiss Cranberry Scentsy Fresh. I just like to spray this on curtains, on the throw rugs, on the couch, you name it, shoes sometimes. I don't know, just wherever you feel you can't throw it in the washer and you just want to freshen things up. So I really do like Snow Kiss Cranberry. Especially this time of year. It's like a perfumey cranberry. I really wish. This is the odor eliminating fabric spray, by the way, if you don't know what Scentsy Fresh is. But I really love that one as a perfumey cranberry. And I need to buy more because I used up vanilla mint dish soap. And this is amazing, and I love it in all of the things. Love it in the bathroom cleaner. Love it in the dish soap. It doesn't have that weird citrus note that the wax sometimes bothers me. The diffuser pods, the air diffuser pods, didn't have that citrus note. It was just that beautiful vanilla mint, almost perfumey. And I love the dish soap, so I need to order more. Hopefully they don't discontinue it and they carry it over, but I mean, it is kind of a seasonal scent, so, but I love it. Love the packaging. It's kind of Scandinavian. It's really cute, and I want to order more. And I sadly used up my last thing of Fiji flower washer whiffs. I still have some of the laundry soap, but I got some of these, one or two maybe in clearance, along with the 2 that you get in the set when you initially bought it. I just love this scent for our towels, and it's the only one that weeks later you pull out a towel and you still smell it on the towels, and I love it so much. I really wish Scentsy would come back out with that. And then I used up a Fluffy Fleece whiffs, so I ordered another one with my party because I still have soap, because I tend to use like 3 scoops, sometimes 4. I don't love this in wax, but and at first, I remember when I first tried using Fluffy Fleece in the washer whiffs, I was like, I don't know, that note that comes out still kind of bugs me a little bit. But after using it 2-3 times, I fell in love with it. It comes off more musky to me than that heliotrope floral like vibe that I wasn't loving in the wax. It's great and fantastic in the laundry. And it is different than Jammy Time, so I kind of wish that they'd carry it over and keep it. So I think it's been highly popular. And then I guess we'll go to the wax bars. So because this came back, I was trying to decide if I want to put it back in my club. I had 2 bars, and this was Fearless by Nature, Disney, Frozen 2. I do love this, but again, I don't think I love it enough to put it back into my club. I still have a bar, and I think I'm okay with that. Or maybe this sold at my vendor event, doesn't matter. What I did melt, I didn't love it enough to club it. So I'm okay with waiting till it returns. And maybe it won't, like who knows? Like the North Calls came out again, but I don't know what the other one was, and still waiting to try that one. So someday maybe that'll come back, I don't know, from that collection, but it's okay. It's beautiful, it's like a sagey, it's very calming, soothing sage and like fresh forest air kind of a thing. And it's beautiful. It's just, I don't love it enough to stock up or keep it in my club. Caramel sugar cookie, I got this in one of those bundles. It's nice. Would I club it if it was available to be clubbed? I don't know. I really enjoyed this one. I sometimes struggle to smell caramel, or caramel vanilla type, and maybe it's the vanilla that I struggle. Like salted caramel toffee, I struggle to smell it. I mean, I smell it, but just not real potently. It's not super strong for me, and I think it's just me being able to pick it up or not. This was really nice. You kind of got the cookie and you kind of got the caramel. And I smelled it pretty well. I think the reason why I wouldn't club this particular one is because it didn't last more than a day. Woke up the next morning and it was gone. So I think that's why I wouldn't club that one. I might stock up in a few bars if it came back. So another one that I have in my club. And I was like, trying to decide for the new Bring Back My bars, like which ones do I need in my club, don't need in my club. So I went through a bar of Black Forest Pine, because I was obsessed with this last year. Dale still loves it. There is a note in this year, and I don't know what is going on with my nose, that things seem to be changing slightly for me. Things that I used to love, I don't love. I don't know what it is, but now this year, I'm trying to think, it's almost like this creamy, weird note in this that I do not like. It's almost like a creamy greens, almost soapy, that I didn't smell last year that I smelled this year. And I was melting it, I think it was Christmas Day, and I said to Dale, I'm like, you know, what do you think? And he's like, oh, I love it. And I was like, I don't like it, and I think I'm going to take it out of my club. Would you be upset? And he goes, no. You always melt nice things and you pay for club, whatever, but there's something about it that I don't appreciate it melting anymore. It kind of turns me off. And it's that soapy, creamy note that's almost like a creamy pine cone note that I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't seem to enjoy it anymore. Weird. Really weird. So I melted 2 of these. I still have the other one to melt yet, but then Bring Back My bar came quicker than I really ever thought it would. So I got 2 of the 3. Well, 2 of the 4 technically, but I've melted vanilla bean buttercream before. So I made it through candy cane buttercream. I like it. It wasn't what I was expecting. Now it performed really well in my house. Like I smelled it really well. It didn't last more than a day, and that's fine. Although mint usually goes a couple days for me. It was a nice, I would say, medium performer in my house, believe it or not. But it was more of the buttercream, almost kind of a cookie note, than the peppermint, and I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't more peppermint. So I definitely got a lot more of the icing that almost came off kind of sugar cookie-ish to me. And I've not heard anybody say that. So I don't know. It's in my club. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I have to make decisions because my club will charge on the 8th. So I don't know how I feel. I might stick it in, or no, I don't think I can anymore. If I didn't have it in both clubs, I don't remember if I do or not. One of them will probably definitely get the boot, but I don't know. I don't know that I love it enough to keep it. It was nice. It just wasn't super exciting. Dale really liked it. And then I did the caramel buttercream. This was very nice, but and again, a medium performer, like the entire day. But these are normal ceilings, normal size rooms, just open between the two with the French doors though. So I don't really know that you consider it an open concept, but I have a big L shape, or U shape technically. The kitchen, usually things stay in here or stay out there, and I usually melt the same scent. So I use 8 warmers. So I usually do 4 cubes in this room, you know, depending on which warmer I decide to use, and because I have my favorites that I use all the time, and 4 in that room. So it's usually 8 cubes between the room, and that's how I do a whole bar. I do not do an entire bar in every single warmer, or 4 cubes unless I'm specifically doing a mixer that way. I only do 4 cubes in 2 warmers in my bedroom. Sometimes the office, if I know it's a light one and it needs some help. But I like this. I like this one better, I think, weirdly, than Candy Cane Buttercream, only because I got very little peppermint and mostly like a sugar cookie with a buttercream icing. And not that I'm opposed to that, but it wasn't what I was expecting, I guess. I don't know. But this was very, very nice. It's very caramel. It was like more caramel with the... It was maybe 2/3 caramel and a third, and a third sugar cookie buttercream. These came off more sugar cookie buttercream to me than buttercream. Like vanilla bean buttercream, 100% comes off buttercream. This one came off slightly more buttercream than the Candy Cane Buttercream did. And again, I haven't melted the gingerbread one yet, because I'm like, I gotta get going with it. Bring back my bar. I don't have time. And then I went through a bar of clove and cinnamon. When Cassie was home, she picked this one. It is really good. It's like clove, like Cozy Fireside is clove buds to me. Even though I think it says ginger. I get clove buds, and this is like ground cloves to me. It says ground cloves and like more of a red hot cinnamon. We loved it. It was great. It's a nice strong performer. And then I think the day after Christmas, I did Homestead Holiday. This is my one and only bar. It was lovely. I'm sad I didn't think to put it in my club, but in all honesty, when I melted it, as much as I enjoy it, I probably wouldn't have kept it in my club because it's just pretty, but it's not, I'm obsessed with it, kind of a scent. It has like a slight amount of cinnamon and just sweetness. It's pretty, it's very pretty, but I think I'm a little more obsessed with Christmas Cottage than I am Homestead Holiday. So I enjoyed my final bar. I would buy more, but if I had the chance to club it all of a sudden, I still don't think I would. Not because I don't enjoy it, because I really do. It just, didn't hold the sentimental value that I thought that it did when I got a chance to melt it again. And I have these rubber banded, and I don't know why. I think I had a cube of each. I'm almost positive. I had a cube of each of these, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just try it. And in fact, it's coming back to me. In my Be Jolly warmer, which is not a good performer, but it's an element warmer, and it's in my kitchen. I did a cube of Fairy Tale Pumpkin, a cube of Iced Pine, and a cube of Shimmer. And believe it or not, that was actually very nice together. I know it sounds kind of strange. Shimmer is so pretty. Just that one cube made like this perfuminess, like this Slate Body Care perfuminess, to like the Iced Pine, which is like a minty pine. So that with the perfumey Shimmer, and then Fairy Tale Pumpkin, I get like grape Tootsie Roll Pop, and it gave it like this candiness to it. I thought it was great. So like the slightly minty tree, it's not overwhelming or strong. With like the perfumey Body Care and the Tootsie Pop, I don't know. It just worked, you guys. So if you happen to have a cube of Shimmer, Iced Pine, and Fairy Tale Pumpkin, try it. It's worth trying. I just wanted to get rid of these because I hate partial bars. And if they're one cube, I might make strange mixes just to get rid of them. So my friend Lee from the UK sends me packages, and he sent me Pink Pine and Berry. I love this, you guys. We need this in the US. This was gorgeous. I did this before Christmas in our bedroom. And because I do the 4 cubes in the Polar Panorama and 4 cubes in the Diamond Milk Glass, it lasted at least a week. At least. And it's so beautiful. It says Pink Pine, so it's like a light pine. It's not like an intense strong pine. And it's like this slight pine with like this yummy berries. I thought it was beautiful, cozy, loved it in the bedroom. It felt very festive. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I truly wish we had this in the US. So if we ever have an opportunity, Pink Pine and Berry, I would love to see that come to the US. We need that. And then in my bedroom, this was, I kid you not, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Because I do the 4 cubes in the Polar Panorama, 4 cube, and I took this out to do Pink Pine and Berry. Blue Hyacinth, because sometimes I just want to change up all the spiciness, and I want the perfumey ones in my bedroom in the winter. And so floral perfumey, and Blue Hyacinth was gorgeous. It was kind of strong the first day for sure, almost too much. It doesn't wake me up, but it was almost too much. But once that, maybe into day 2, but for day 3, for 2 weeks, and even then it probably would have lasted longer, but I took it out because I wanted to put in Pink Pine and Berry. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I loved every moment of walking into my bedroom. I thought that it was beautiful. Dare I say sexy? Exotic. I find florals in the bedroom comforting, soothing. Especially down here when you have all of like the spicy stuff, and even in the office, Gingy's room. Then you'll walk into your bedroom like it's some kind of a tropical oasis. Or like you went on vacation, and it's just comforting and soothing to me. I loved everything about it. That 4 cube method for each warmer, and I have 2, works amazing with Blue Hyacinth. Amazing. Love that so much, and I will continue to do that because Blue Hyacinth is in my club. So I wanted to melt this again to see if I wanted more out of clearance, because this bar I think is still in clearance. I loved it when it first came out. Then I waited, you know, till next Christmas season. And I took it out of my club because I melted a bar and it was kind of sharp. And then I didn't melt anymore. And then I was like, okay, so I have 2 of these left of Wassail Wonderland. And I want to see if it's still sharp or if I want to stock up on a few in clearance because it's no longer my club. I actually really like this. It does still have not the same sharpness that the other bar had last year. It does have a slightly sharp, but not annoyingly sharp, if that makes sense, note to it. And I don't know if it's the tree in this. I don't think it's the orange. Well, maybe it is more of like an orange rind that I'm getting than orange. And maybe it's the tart rind that's bothering me. Now that I think about orange rind and I smell it, I think that is what it is. The orange in this is kind of an orange rind. So, we have this thing that one of the local churches doesn't do it anymore since COVID. Nobody wants to do it. But they used to have this Bethlehem marketplace. And there would be this thing. What you do is you travel with a centurion as the family of Dan or the family of whatever. I forget all the tribal names. I just remember the one year we were the family of Dan. And you travel around with this centurion, and it's like you're an observer to everything that's happening, and you feel immersed in the experience, like you're actually there when Jesus was being born and all of that at Christmas time. So, you know, you go with the centurion when Mary's talking to Elizabeth about being pregnant, and then you go with the centurion, you go to the inn, and then you hear how, you know, the innkeeper is like, you know, have some dried fruit and nuts and refresh yourselves for your journey. I have to get going because there's a lady that is in labor and she's having a baby, and they have to, you know, there's no place in the inn, so they have to, you know, have the baby here in the stable. We have to make a spot, so excuse me while I go take care of that. And then, you know, you go to this marketplace. Well, in the marketplace, the little girl kitty, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I call her Mittens, but anyways, so you're in the marketplace, and they have, like, I don't know, Jewish unleavened bread, and they have like all this stuff. Sorry, I'm just watching the kittens, distracted. But they have all this stuff where you can try like slices of like orange rind, and they've sugared it and stuff. It's really cool. But that tartness of the orange rind, even though it has the sugar, is what this reminds me of. That I think is what bothers me in this one. So, long story short, I did not get any more. I still have one more to melt when I want. Then my friend Lee from the UK also sent me a bar of Twilight Frost, and I feel so bad because I melted this and then I didn't even realize that it didn't come back in catalog, and he really loved it, or I would have even sent it back to him, but I had already melted it. When I heard him talking about that, I was like, darn. At first, when it first, oh, I have the blue oil on my face, I don't know. When it first, I'm wearing a white shirt, it gets a little gooey, this one. When it first gets going, like, for probably like 4 hours, it almost smells like freezer burn. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. After about 4 hours, that like almost freezer burn, don't know what the scent note is for it, burns off. And then you get this most amazing, like cologne type, almost like a perfumey cologne. Oh, and this lasted for like days. They like play with each other and wrestle each other and find things and play with them. They're really cute. There's 3 kittens. it was beautiful, and I was like, I know why he loves this so much, because it's gorgeous. Like, I would love to see this come to the US. I think I would club it, because although I was like, oh, that's interesting, that like freezer bird note for probably only about 4 hours. Once that's gone, it's beautiful, like almost like a shampooy men's body wash, but it was so pretty and unique and not like anything I've ever smelled. This is gonna sound weird. Almost like, and not in a weird, I don't think I'd like it way, but it's not like a dupe or anything, but it reminds me a little bit of like Head and Shoulders shampoo, or Prel is another shampoo that it reminds me of. Maybe Pert. Like, my parents used to use those. There's something almost nostalgic about it. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it, except like Head and Shoulders, or even like Selsun Blue. I think those are two dandruff shampoos, so it sounds weird. But it's that very shampooey, perfumey, slightly, I mean, this one happens to be a slight cologne, perfumey. I don't know how else to describe it, except that it kind of reminds me of something like that, but it's so good. It sounds weird, but it's so good, I promise you. I enjoyed that one. I thank you, Lee, because that was so much fun. And I tend to hoard these, and I'm like, Melissa, you can't do that. He sent them to you to enjoy, so you've got to try to enjoy them, because I know I like hearing about scents that maybe I sent him. I like to see how he, how he felt about them. So it's like, he's probably wanting to know how you felt about these. So I got to get melting them. So I also did in like the office, Gingy's room, the bathroom, green tea and I did Twilight Frost in there too. And then green tea and jasmine. Oh, this is nice. I kind of wish we had this one here. It's better than any of the like green spa kind of notes that we had. So this is like, oh, that's right, this one has scent notes on it. Delicate jasmine, sweet pea, strike a tranquil balance with freshly brewed green tea. There might be like a matcha powder, maybe. Like, I wish green tea smoothies smelled like this. This is beautiful, and I think it's the green tea with the jasmine, I think, is what does it for this one. Because you get the floral with like the green tea. Matcha powder is kind of slightly green, but yet creamy smelling. And clean and fresh, and the jasmine is what makes this gorgeous. It was an overall lighter scented bar. I would totally club this if this was here in the US. Green tea and jasmine, I loved it. The jasmine adds like this beautiful, and might be the sweet pea too, adds this like beautiful perfuminess. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And to me, this is the ultimate spa scent. I loved green tea and jasmine. So if we ever get a chance to vote on it, green tea and jasmine, I hope we see that one. And then, oops, at Christmas time, don't remember which day exactly, Christmas Cottage, could have been a few days after Christmas. I love Christmas Cottage. I did it like right after I did Homestead Holiday. Now Christmas Cottage has almost like a hint of orange with like that red hot cinnamon. I'm trying to decide if I smell a tree. To me, I think it's just like an orange, orange cinnamon. It's beautiful, like a sweet orange and like that red hot cinnamon. I love Christmas Cottage so much. It just doesn't feel like Christmas without it. Am I gonna club it? I might club Christmas Cottage, although it's Scentsy's most popular scent, so I doubt it. I doubt they're gonna get rid of it. Do I dare? I don't know. I really love Christmas Cottage. I think it'll be back though. And then in one of the bundles, warmer bundle kind of, or you know, like clearance bundles, flash sale bundles. They had Scarlet Woods. On cold, I like it a lot, actually. On warm, not so much, and it must be the type of woods. Maybe it's the Scarlet. It comes off like a strange perfume. But it almost gets like a mature note that I don't love. I should have looked up the scent notes on it. I think it's the tree part that I like, but the Scarlet comes off like this slightly mature perfume. I don't know. I didn't love it as much on warm as I did on cold. So I don't know that I would repurchase that. Maybe, I mean, if it's like 2 years from now, maybe just to try it again and see if my nose evolved and I like it again, but to just go out and buy a bunch from clearance, no, I don't think I would. It was fine. And then another one of those clearance flash sale bundle hauls was cinnamon roasted pear. I actually wrote down the scent notes for this one, I think. Oh, I wrote down my thoughts. Oh, we need this one. You guys, I want to vote back cinnamon roasted pear. Cinnamon, or no, not this one. Which one was it? Oh, never mind. Because I'm looking at my note going, wait a minute. So cinnamon roasted pear. It had a slight alcohol note that I didn't love, and maybe that's the roasted part of the pear. It almost smelled a little bit like orchard apple and spice on warm. Now, the pear, the cinnamon roasted pear, it almost comes off like apple to me. And when you mix the alcohol in the apple, I don't love that. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. I think I would buy another one, but I wouldn't club it. I do love the cinnamon in this, but it was more like cinnamon apple, and I think that's why it reminds me of apple orchard and spice. And that's a weird note that I don't really know how to describe in orchard apple and spice. But keep in mind, I don't love when they make apples a little bit funky, and the alcohol type note that comes out in that one is what I don't love about that one. Now, which one did leave the catalog, and now I would like to vote back, because when I melted it again, I was like, oh, this is pretty. I wish we had this back. Would I club it? I would definitely buy a couple bars. I don't know that I love it enough to club it, which is probably why I didn't club it in the first place. Cranberry Garland. And I did this one right after cinnamon roasted pear, and maybe that's my appreciation because the alcohol note I didn't fall in love with. But the Cranberry Garland was like sweet. Like sweet cranberry, almost kind of like a Central Park praline vibe, in with like the cranberry, and then the garland. So it had like this slight tree, maybe boughs, pine boughs kind of a note, slight. It was pretty. And I think because I didn't fall in love with this one is why I appreciated this one more than I did when it wasn't a catalog scent. I don't know. I still have one more, and I'm going to save it for next Christmas time because it was really pretty. I just thought it was interesting that it gave me like a slight Central Park praline vibe in with the cranberry and the boughs. I don't know. I enjoyed that one. And then my friend Lee from the UK gave me a bar of spice cake. And after doing like maple rum cake and all that stuff, this was so much fun. I did it down here, and it was just a nice spice cake. It's not quite as spicy as maple rum cake is a definite spice cake. This one was a little bit sweeter than ours. Ours is a little bit spicier, and this was a little bit sweeter. It was lovely. I enjoyed that one. I love the packaging on that one too. So cute. So I had fun with that one. And then this one always makes me think of my friend Lee too, because he really likes this one. Last year, see, this is what I mean, how my nose is changing and I don't really understand what's happening. Last year, I was just like, Disney's Season of Magic. It's nice, but it's not the best thing ever. Like, it's just nice. I fell in love with Black Forest Pine. This year, I melted this a couple days before New Year's, and this lasted a few days. Well, actually, a couple days before my Bring Back My Bars came, because I took this out of the warmers down here, sadly, to start melting Bring Back My Bar, because this was beautiful, and it was 2 days, and I could still smell it going into the third day. And if I didn't have my new Bring Back My Bars and feel the need to hurry up and try to get through them so I can give you guys a review, I would have kept this in. It comes out with this beautiful, it's like a sugar crystal, which I think is one of the scent notes. Like a beautiful, almost perfumey sugar crystal. Kind of like whatever makes Aquafina Pink Sugar's perfumey sugary crystal. Was in this, and it's a real nice, beautiful tree note. It's not obnoxious, it's not offensive, it's just pretty. And I was like, I think I still have this in my club, and I might keep it in my club, you guys, even though I'm pretty sure next Christmas it'll come back. I really like it. I like it a lot, more than I even enjoyed Ice Pine, and I used to be so obsessed with Iced Pine, but I actually love the sugar crystal note that is in this more. And it lasted and lasted, and I had so much fun with it. But my friend Lee loves to melt that one, and yeah, I can definitely see why now. Why I didn't, I think because it was kind of a year of the pine, you know, last year. And this year I think is going to be the year of rose. And maple was last year, or it was the year before. It's like year of the pine, and I was like, stop with all the pine. And I just think I was overwhelmed at the time, and this year I could appreciate it. But I also did Be Merry when my daughter was home too. It's pretty. I like this one better than Very Merry Cranberry. This one, cute packaging too. So cute. This one has, it's the cranberry. But the Merry, the Very Merry Cranberry, it almost has like pine boughs in it. With the like the sweet cranberry. It's kind of like, and maybe, again, maybe that's why I'm like, we have one like it. It's okay. Maybe that's why. No, Very Merry Cranberry. This one's sweeter. This one's like, I don't know. They're similar, but not similar enough to Cranberry Garland, but Very Merry Cranberry, it's like, or Be Merry, sorry. It's just like the perfect mix of the cranberry and the pine bough. And a little bit of cinnamon. It's pretty. I think my two favorites of those types are Christmas Cottage and Be Merry, because Christmas Cottage is more red hot cinnamon with all the fun stuff, and this is like a sweet cranberry with all the fun stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know. And then I also made it through Sweet Orange and Evergreen. I love this. It's my new Black Forest Pine. This one's gonna stay in my club. I honestly don't get the orange note. I wish I did, that some people do. I get the sweet, sweet evergreen, but it's sweetened by the orange almost. And I think that's why I love it. It's not obnoxious, it's not in your face. It's just pretty and sweet tree. I don't know. I think it's perfect for all those times you want those like tree notes, but you don't want to be like knocked over by them. So my friend Leaf in the UK also sent me a bar that I had worked on before, Bring Back My Bar, of Pima Cotton. I love the packaging. So I got through 1 cube. I love Pima Cotton. I did this 1 cube in my bathroom. And it was almost too light. Like I probably could have gone 2. It didn't last that long. So I would actually like to put like maybe 4 cubes in the office Ginny's room, see how well that does. It reminds me of Scentsy Clean, Clean Breeze, like windowsill breeze. It's soft and it's a pretty clean cottony floral to me, and I love Pima Cotton. I'm probably gonna club it. I do love it. And then, because I wanted to compare it to Windowsill Breeze. So he also sent me a bar of Windowsill Breeze. So I did this one in my bathroom. Now this one is stronger in my bathroom. This one definitely, okay, Windowsill Breeze. What's the difference? Windowsill Breeze definitely reminds me of like fabric softener, like Downy or Snuggle. It's like softer and creamier. Whereas this one's more like crisp linen with light white floral. I think this one is Lilies. Lilies? Like this one is definitely fabric softener. This one is definitely, and I don't have clothesline to compare it to except in laundry, but this one is definitely cleaner, crisper, like you just like laundry soap. But so pretty and so soft in the warmer, same warmer. This one lasted days. This one was like 2 days and I didn't smell it anymore really. This one it's like a week in the bathroom. This one I definitely would not put a million cubes because it's much stronger, but it's like creamier, softer, if that even makes sense. It's not as crisp white. Oh, this one just is comforting. I would put both of these in my club if I could, and I don't like clothesline and wax. It's way too strong. I think I did 3 cubes and almost like knocked myself out down here. I'm a little scared to try that down here, but the office where I'm not sitting all the time, I kind of want to try these and see how well they do in the office area. But Pima Cotton I might actually try down here because it's softer. And then, well, so because I have Bring Back My Bars and it's going to take me at least another week, I still have a bunch of bars. I don't want to forget about these, so I was gonna do a melters mixers, just showcasing these, and I don't want to forget what they smell like, so I'm just gonna put them in here. So someone has recommended, or maybe it was me, Farm Stand Pumpkin and Toasted Marshmallow and Palo Santo. I think I was doing Palo Santo and Farm Stand Pumpkin because I kind of wanted a smoky pumpkin based on people's vendor wax reviews. And I do love like Farm Stand Pumpkin and Palo Santo, but I was like, I'll bet you, I just want to see how well Toasted Marshmallow thrown into that does. It was gorgeous. I really liked the triple combination of Palo Santo, Farm Stand Pumpkin, and Toasted Marshmallow. Toasted Marshmallow made it sweeter, creamier. That hint of Palo Santo made it slightly toasty, and then the pumpkin. I'm team pumpkin, and I love that pumpkin caramelness of Farm Stand Pumpkin. So I had a lot of fun with that one. I liked it actually better with Toasted Marshmallow in the mix than I did without it. And then let's see. Oh, Allie's Amazing Scents on her show, her YouTube channel. She was talking about doing Bonfire Beach and sheer leather together. Beautiful. This was absolutely heavenly. she's right. It does slightly kind of make me want to save, even though I'm thinking of getting rid of sheer leather. It does kind of make me want to save it just for this combo, because they're about the same intensity of scent. Like sheer leather is, it's in my club, but it's light. It's like a light cologne, almost kind of like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce to me, with that like marshmallowy, slightly manly scent of Bonfire Beach. Oh, I love Bonfire Beach. But together, it's like Sexy Man Beach. Ah, it was beautiful, and I loved it. So thank you, Allie, for sharing that, because I tried it. It's like, I enjoy that so much, and I love it. And I kind of want to do a whole bar of both down here and try it, or even in my bedroom. Because that was amazing. And then my friend Lee suggested doing together Black Forest Pine and Very Snowy Spruce. Okay, so when he suggested this was back when I liked Black Forest Pine. No, what is that? And I think it's like a pine coney note. That almost I don't know, it comes off slightly soapy-ish. I don't know why I don't like this anymore. Well, there's a pine cone note in Very Snowy Spruce that I do not like. Almost comes off slightly dewy greens and sharp tree. I don't love Very Snowy Spruce. So he recommended putting them together. And it just made me realize I don't like these. No offense, Lee, because they did play beautifully off of each other. Black Forest Pine did make Very Snowy Spruce less sharp, but I still picked up the notes in both of these that I don't love. So it just made me realize I don't like either one of them anymore. And maybe that's why, I don't know. I mean, it's almost like a sharpness that, not as sharp, but almost as Pretty in Plaid, Very Snowy Spruce has. I don't know. It's the pine cone, I know it is. And this one is like this soapy. Try it. If you like those bars, I think you'll like it. It was great. It was fun to mix the two trees together. It's just, I don't like either. I don't like them. But there's weird notes in them that I don't like, and that's nobody's fault. It's just my nose. My nose is doesn't like greeny things, I guess. And then Cheyenne had suggested to me to put together. And I don't remember if I've done this before, but if I did, I revisited it again. Halloween Town and Winterberry Apple Tea. I love these together. They're so good. And I don't like Winterberry Apple Tea on its own so much. It's okay. And I don't love Halloween Town on its own. It's just okay. There's like this interesting dark plummy note. But I also am the weirdo that doesn't like sweet plum pastry. And I guess it kind of gives me some sweet plum pastry vibes. I do appreciate there's almost like a patchouli-ish note that I do kind of like in this. I don't know. It's not one I could keep in my club and keep a steady diet of. And Winterberry Apple Tea is beautiful and all the things, except the wax kind of gives me a headache. But together, they're magical. I don't know what it is. Winterberry Apple Tea, I think, just sweetens up and adds just the right spices to Halloween Town. So if you happen to have Halloween Town and Winterberry Apple Tea, grab those and put those together, because it was magical. I would actually melt those again. Like, makes me want to go get a bar of Winterberry Apple Tea just to do like a larger combination, because I really enjoyed that one. It's gorgeous and it lasted a couple days. And then I did a mix. I just kind of wanted to see how, if I could do like a peppermint brownie. So my daughter still has in her club brownie batter. It retired right after the 2022 catalog, fall winter catalog, never came back. I do love this. It makes me feel like I'm making brownies, which is why I didn't club it, because it's pretty authentic to baking brownies, and I wish I had. It's really good. It's not like Hug in a Mug. Hug in a Mug is like hazelnut hot cocoa and cookie dough. Like, you definitely get cookie dough, you definitely get like a hazelnut, like Nutella spread. Whereas brownie batter is like you're making brownies in the oven. Like, it's good. It's like brownie batter, just like it says. But I put that together with Perfect Peppermint, and it does make you feel like you're making brownies and you made a peppermint, almost buttercream icing to put on top. If you can get your hands on brownie batter, put it together with Perfect Peppermint, because I loved it. It was very foodie. I wanted to eat. I wanted to buy a box of brownie mix and make up some peppermint icing for it and crush some candy canes on top. Like, that's how good this was. I loved it. Although I think brownie batter only lasts like a day. It's not like a long term, but it was very good. I recommend that. And then I used up my brick of vanilla cinnamon maple. Yay! I don't like this. I'm glad it's gone. I don't like that one. So that's all for the Scentsy. I just have a couple vendor. So my daughter, I was showing her my wax and stuff and having her smell something. So she wanted to smell peppermint mocha cake pops from Rose Girls. So I took out some cubes of this and put it in the office, and she enjoyed it. I really do love peppermint mocha cake pops from Rose Girls. And it's a great performer, and it smells amazing for days. It's a nice strong performer, believe it or not. Just that little bit, 1 cube in a warmer is perfect. So I love that. And then my friend Brandy, oh wait, I love this one, did I? Oh yes, I did. It broke apart. So I took these little pieces and put this in my, I love this scent. What is in this, Brandy? This is hand poured in Northern Ontario. It's www.countrycabincandles.ca. It's 100% soy wax cubes. Girls' night out. This was phenomenal. And it lasted like a week. Just that little bit. I don't know if you can tell. Just that little bit that when I was trying to pop it out of the thing and that those pieces broke off, I'm like, well, that's enough. It was beautiful, beautiful. It's fruity. It's like sweet fruity. I love this, and I feel like I waxed my nose. It's a little bit crumbly coming out, but what a gangbuster performer this is. Absolutely love the smell of it. It's almost like sweet tarts, but not tart. It's the sweet tart smell, but sweet, no tart. If that even makes sense. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this. And just that little bit smelled up my whole bathroom. And I'm gonna have so much, like, I feel like I could use just a half a cube and it would do amazing in my bathroom. And that edge core, did I have wax in my hair? Edge core mini warmer in my bathroom, like a week at a time. Just use a half a cube, and that's gonna last me forever. And I'm so excited. Thank you, Brandy. That was so good. I loved it. Because I'm like, Melissa, stop hoarding all of these things. It's like FOMO. It's like, if I can't, which I could probably go to www.countrycabincandles.ca and buy more. But I'm like, oh, like they're, you know, I treasure them and I don't want to melt them. And I'm like, Melissa, they want to know what you think, so don't hoard them. So my goal is to stop hoarding things like oils, and but I love this Brandy. It was amazing. And then my one friend at work and coworker, Barb, for Christmas, she had gifted me some, and it's not this one. I think what happened is this top was on another one. So I didn't get whatever this is, or it looks like maybe at the store at Yankee Candle, maybe it was in a clearance bin and they marked it down because it was the wrong lid. Like maybe a customer had tried smelling it and put the wrong lid back on it. But this one ends up being right here, Coconut Beach. You probably can't read that, can you? Coconut Beach. This is so pretty. I've never done Yankee Candle centerpiece wax cups. It's pretty. It's like a really pretty sweet creamy coconut, and it's going in my kitchen now. Oh, it's pretty. It's not like it's so strong that it's like coming out of my kitchen into here, but it's like sweet. Oh man, it's a good coconut. It's not like boring coconut. It's kind of crumbly too. Hopefully I don't have more wax on my nails. Oh. Almost kind of like if you were to mix dare I say coconut cotton, which is like a creamy coconut with pina colada cha-cha, is what Coconut Beach reminds me of. It's so pretty. So pretty. I had fun with this, and she gave me another one just like this. So I'll get several melts out of that. So I just want to let you guys know, if you get a chance to get a Yankee Candle Coconut Beach, it's pretty. If you like pina colada cha-cha and like a creamy coconut, kind of like coconut cotton and pina colada mixed. And then the last few things that I have are like beauty, body care kind of things. So when we were in Kansas, at the zoo that Cassie works at Tanganyika Zoo, she works with the big cats, and she's a zoologist, and I got in a bar from the zoo. It was only $8 of sassafras soap. So you could go to, I don't know, you might be able to go to Tanganyika.com. But this is actually from Manor, Texas. It's a Wild Soap Bar LLC. And it says sassafras, an aromatic, medium-sized deciduous tree, native to eastern North America, reddish-brown bark and roots. My grandpa used to drink sassafras tea. There'd be sassafras kind of pop and gum and stuff that he would get. I love this bar of soap. It reminds me of my grandpa, and it's beautiful. It's slightly woodsy, because it's like sassafras is like a bark. The drinks that you get is almost kind of like, sort of like root beer, but not really. I mean, it's on the lines of root beer, but it's hard to explain. It tastes different than root beer. So if you ever get a chance to try sassafras root beer, try it. It's like slightly spicy, and tree. It's beautiful. So I love this soap. It's in our shower still. And then from Perfectly Posh, I used up a body wash. I love their body washes. Holy foaming. Their stuff foams so much. And their Sassy Yuma is my favorite. Hand cream favorite. I love this body wash. It had a slight, I don't think they sell it anymore. But it had like a slight scrubby beads in it. It's like brightening orange peel and citrus extracts. It's so good. It's how I know I love Satsuma orange. It's so good. And my son, there's another, I gave him the other container of this, and they're vegan, which I love. And he had taken a shower and he came downstairs and like, Satsuma, you use Satsuma because you smell amazing, like sweet oranges, and I love it so much. It's refreshing. I love that their scent notes last on your body, so the foaming action is amazing. Oh, I actually do have 2 Scentsy products, so hold on. And then, back when I was working from home, we worked a lot of overtime because we had gone through a conversion where I think it was, what bank was it? First Niagara? No. Was it First Niagara or Mutual Bank? I don't know. Our bank acquired another bank, and so with all of the overtime and stuff, I could afford to get Senegent shampoo and conditioner. This one is their hair recovery, thickening and volumizing shampoo. I love this stuff. It's worth the $40. My hair is kind of baby fine and frizzy and stuff, but I look like I have twice the volume and I don't have to use product. It's amazing, but I can't afford $40. This size, how big is this? 7 fluid ounces. I cannot afford $80 if you buy both the shampoo and the conditioner, but it's a heck of a good product if you can afford that. Highly recommend it if you have baby fine hair. I loved what it did for my hair. It's just I can't afford it, and I used the last little bit. And what I'm currently using, and I actually like this, is from Walmart. It's by Hosk. There's no sulfates, no parabens. It's Biotin Boost. This is a thickening shampoo. I actually really like it. It's got biotin, collagen, and coffee. I use the shampoo and the conditioner. And it's beautiful. It's slightly incense kind of smell. Oh, and my cat, Gingy, sometimes like I lay down on the couch and stuff, and he used to come up and lay and sniff my hair. Because I don't know if he liked this stuff or not, but he would always come up and sniff my hair. He hasn't been doing that lately. Maybe he's like, I know what our hair smells like now. But it attracted him to come up and sniff my hair. It was kind of cool. And then also from Perfectly Posh, I used up, because my goal is to use up, I used to sell it, so I have a ton of it, like a ton of it. I bought a bunch of stock thinking everybody else would love it too. And so now it's all mine. But this is like Indigo Girl, and it's a hyaluronic acid, shea butter, and coconut oil hydrating body wash. It's so good. It's so good. It's like a violet. Oh, it's like beautiful. And it is very hydrating, and it's very creamy and very foamy, and I cannot speak highly enough of whatever formulas that they use for their body washes. They're phenomenal. You always feel squeaky clean and just moisturized, and I love their products a lot. Well, I'll wait to talk about Scentsy. Hold on. And then I used one of the Perfectly Posh hand creams. I love their hand creams. It's a lot like Scentsy. Not their hand creams, but their body creams. I don't like Scentsy hand creams, so that's why I use Perfectly Posh Up, and I have bags of this stuff. But the Scentsy body cream is almost identical to Perfectly Posh's hand creams, and I wish Scentsy did their hand creams in the same formula as their body cream, because it's phenomenal. Non-greasy, but these are non-greasy. These are highly fragranced, and that's what I loved most about these. And like Patricia Jackson does, I do cut them so I can get the last little nooks and crannies out. But this is their Disturbed. It's a beautiful scent. Almost smells like a tea, like a type of tea that you would drink. It's beautiful, but it's fresh cut herbs and bright citrus. Gorgeous. I loved it. It's very refreshing, very light, summery. And I did also used up Frost Yourself. Their names are really cute. Snow Dusted Christmas Trees. To me, it smelled very almost like sandalwood, like a sandalwood amber smell. I didn't get Christmas tree at all. Oh, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, so if you ever get a chance to try Perfectly Posh hand creams, I do highly recommend. Made in the USA. They're paraben free, vegan. They're non-greasy, very moisturizing. I really love them. And then Scentbird, I made it through, which, what am I gonna do with these cases? I don't know. Rachel Zoe Instinct. I love this perfume so much. Loved it. Total repurchase. It's totally up my alley. It's kind of like a really sweet floral. It's almost like a candy sweet floral is how I would call it. Creamy candy sweet. Then I used up Anna Sui Fantasia. It was fine. It's not one I would repurchase. It was kind of boring. It was okay. Like, I would 100 times do Rachel Zoe Instinct. Loved it. Loved everything about it, but Anna Sui Fantasia, it was just whatever. And then I used up from my Ipsy bag. I love this Dr. Brandt eye cream. It was a wonderful product. I love the texture. It says it's for wrinkles, dark circles, and puffiness. Yeah, I don't know about that. And I use concealer. I don't know that it helped with any of that. And the shadowing on the lighting makes my, like I have some darkness here, but it's just the lighting. I would totally repurchase the Dr. Brandt eye cream. Very moisturizing. Love the texture. It was great. I felt like it worked really well. And then Araceli liquid eyeliner in black. They always send me black usually. I loved it. It's a liquid eyeliner. So I would totally repurchase Araceli. Had a really nice tip. And yeah, I mean, it's not, it's kind of dried out, but it kept getting harder and harder to apply it. So even though there's still a slight amount of product, like I don't have time to keep trying to make that look like it does when you go one swipe with a brand new one. And then I didn't mind this. This was actually a decent product. It's Tony Moly. It's the Plumpkin Retinol Eye Cream. Do I think that it worked like amazingly on my eyes? I don't know that I really noticed a difference, but it was a nice product. I'm glad I got it from Ipsy. I would consider getting it again. I enjoyed it. I threw a lot of eye cream. I think I just used up because I like to rotate. And maybe that's why I don't notice the difference. Maybe because I get bored and I rotate. I will usually, now this was a full size, I think. I will usually stick with one I love, love, love all the time. And then at night or during the day, use a less. It just depends on how dry or whatever my eyes feel. But I did Moisture Boost, which I mostly did this during the day. Tony Moly again, Cooling Algae Eye Serum. So if I felt like my eyes were really dry or I just wanted to apply something light in the morning, I would apply this. It was like a gel. It wasn't a clear gel. It was like a white gel, but it was nice. It was nice and light, perfect for summer. And then I used up a Kaleido Cosmetics Rose Apple Balm, and I use this as a lip balm when I go to bed. And I don't usually struggle too much with dry lips, especially in the winter, when I apply like a clear balm, which I have one from Senegence. But because Ipsy gave me a bunch of these, I sometimes use these. So I really enjoyed this one. It's very moisturizing and I love it. It's over there now. Love it at night before I go to bed and I wake up and I feel like my lips are all moisturized. I mean, in the winter, because sometimes I lick food off my lips and stuff, so sometimes they get, I don't know, it doesn't matter. And then I used up a Scentsy body cream in Whipped Vanilla Lavender. I really do wish we had this in the catalog all the time in the body care. I really did enjoy the Whipped Vanilla Lavender in the body care. It's just English lavender, coconut milk, and whipped vanilla. It's very calming, soothing, and I get stressed easy when I go to work. Because I'm on the phones a lot and I don't know, I'm an introvert, so I tend to get a little anxious. And I just, it's calming and soothing, and I loved it. So yeah, wish we still had it. I used up a body cream and Jamie time. Imagine that. Like, I go gangbusters on this stuff. And I hope that this carries over to the next catalog, because I might cry if they don't, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stock up, and this is like my new favorite thing. But I've also had a lot of fun while I've been using it. So I'm going to, Dale wants to sing a song for y'all. So I'm just gonna stop this section of the video, and then stay tuned, and we'll add to the end of this video when Dale joins us. So see you in a minute.
Hello.
So here's Dale.
Still Dale. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of auld lang syne? For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. And surely shall raise your glass, and surely I'll raise mine, and drink a toast to all that's past, and days of auld lang syne. For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. Now give a hand, my trusty friend, and take my hand in thine. Let's raise your glass to all that's been for days auld lang syne. For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. We've walked these hills a weary while, where daisies grow so fine. Let's raise a glass and give a smile for the days of auld lang syne. For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. all lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet, for sake of all lang syne. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Make it a good one.